I am the Chief Scientific Officer of COMBINEDBrain and also the Director of the Biorepository there. For the last 2 years, I was the Scientific Director of the Syngap Research Fund. I can officially say that because that's what it was back then. And just transitioned over a month ago. My daughter, Adeline, is 11. I'm just going to give you a quick overview of the day-to-day, but since we're low on time, I would just mostly direct you to the QR code that's available at your table to really get a full inventory on what's going on. Just a few logistics. If you want Wi-Fi, it's an unsecured network, so just join the visitors, GT visitors. It's unsecure, so use it that way. The restrooms are just around the corner, and there's a respite room too in case anybody needs a little bit of a break. I think there's toys in there if anybody wants to check that out in room 6. Lunch is at 12. There's another group photo at 5:30, and then we're having dinner at Alto Tora. I actually made it there last night. It was delicious at 6, so hopefully you can make it to that. There are many opportunities today and a lot of information, so it's going to be, speak up? Okay, it's going to be a packed day. Let me just highlight a few of the topics that we're going to cover, and then we'll go into those in detail. But for the sake of time, we're going to be talking about opportunities for you to contribute, like Suzanne was mentioning. Clinical trial readiness, if you joined any of the talks yesterday, we're closer than I thought we would be at this point, and it's really exciting. So we want to make sure that our community is ready for that. Navigating the disorder is a big concern for our families as our kids get a little bit older, and as Heather was saying, a little bit bigger and more difficult to manage. Understanding the disorder from a neurodevelopmental and scientific background is also important for our researchers, clinical trial recruitment, what are the opportunities that are coming down the pipeline, and then conclusions from the rest of the team that'll be here later. So I think I'm going to skip most of this, but just make the most of today. Connect with people around you. We already got an opportunity to meet most of the people that are in the room, so ask questions. There is no silly question. There is nothing that's too small. Visit our on-site partnerships and share your story. I think there's a video blog here as well, so if you want to do a video recording of yourself, we're happy to share that. Take breaks. There's a respite room. And celebrate your progress, because this is amazing to see the size of this group, and we almost didn't fit in here yesterday for the Science Day. So having to accommodate a bigger conference next time is a really wonderful thing. Just a note on all of the availability of this, all of the science slides, or all the science presentations, all the presentations today will be available on video, so don't feel like you have to crunch anything in. If you missed some of the science yesterday, you can always get that later. Take action. There's a lot of exciting things that you can translate back into care for your kid, whether it's updating your IEP, medical plan, home strategies, just connecting with people at different ages, understanding what's next. It's very valuable. Let me just skip a few things. One thing I wanted to highlight is sometimes I feel like we give samples, we give data, we give medical records, and we don't really know where they go. It just kind of goes into a black box. I just wanted to highlight that from what we've provided and the research that we funded, this year alone, over 50 publications were published in the literature, not that were submitted, that were published. And sometimes the citizen health data, when you sign up for those things, it's like, what is really happening? Just to highlight 3 of those, here's 3 publications that came out this year. One from our natural history study, and one, if you guys were at the conference over the last 2 years, there was a nasal nitrous oxide collection, and that data is published right now. So what you're doing matters. So what we're going to be offering is opportunities for contributions today are blood donations at COMBINEDBrain. So there are some very exciting opportunities for research. I sometimes get a little worked up or emotional that I don't really know my daughter, because it's hard for her to express herself. But we can make sure that the research community knows our kids by providing samples and really understanding what's going on with them biologically, so we can have physicians and researchers help our kids. So help the community know your kid, contribute samples. The samples that you give with the COMBINEDBrain go to omics data. We do proteomics, we do whole genome sequencing, plasma proteomics, looking for biomarkers that will help us with clinical trials. COMBINEDBrain is run by 2 multiple rare moms, and it is an amazing foundation, which I'm really excited to be a part of. So they're right next door if you want to contribute. There will be promised clinicians. They are not here, I believe, in this room because they are working with industry to try to get drugs in our kids. They will be here later, but they are available for you to talk with them about any questions that you have. So please meet with them. They're expecting you to meet with them. They want you to ask questions. Genetic testing, anything that you have concerns about. If you're not sure about your genetic variant, please reach out to them. They're excited to talk to you. The next talk that we have is for citizen health, so I think I will just stop there.